Hi guys, so welcome to my YouTube channel. This is a preview of the mini album you are going to be putting together. This is using the Oh What Fun collection by DoodleBug Designs. I do use a paper pad, which is fun, beautiful. So we are going to be creating the base of this mini album. You would see how I put the base together, not the closure, but the base and the pages, how we created the flip pages and everything that we use. We do not embellish here on camera, but when it comes to embellishments, I always like for people to do what they love. If you want to go ahead and recreate everything I did, there are going to be photos listed on the blog post. So ensure to um, follow the link in the description box below. And remember that I'm gonna show you guys what I got first from the collection before the video gets started. So I can go ahead and leave the timestamp in the description. Also, if you just want to go straight to where I'm starting to create the album. Okay, you will need three chipboard pieces, also white cardstock, and the Oh What Fun collection. All right, let's get started. Show you guys this collection real quick before I start working on a mini album. This is the new collection by DoodleBug Designs. It's called Oh What Fun. I think it's called, yes, Oh What Fun. So I wanted to show you guys what I got in the mail. So like a quick unboxing of everything that I've received, and just wanted to show you how beautiful it is. I got the 6x12 sticker sheet. This one is the cardstock icons. I just love the colors of it. Everything is so beautiful and colorful. It just reminds me of a colorful Christmas, and it's so fun. Look at the little hat on this little guy. It's so cute. This one is a 12 by 12 sticker sheet. Of course, it comes with the border strips and the words and titles. I love using this on my mini album covers. This is so adorable. The Santa with the Christmas tree on his head, and it's just adorable, right? For the acetate, I am not sure if you're able to catch that. Put it on the white background. You're gonna see my light. But this one is a colorful too. I think it has the colors from the collection, which is super cute. And I usually receive two papers of everything. So this is the 3x4s, and this is the other side of it. So A and B. This is a red background with polka dots, and then you have on the other side you have a Santa background with that like blue with the snowflakes. This is the tags, which is one of my favorites always. I love the tags, and it is just so colorful and beautiful. You cannot go wrong with this one. If you want to document Christmas and you're super colorful or just stick to certain colors, you can definitely do that with this collection. And then the other side has snowflakes. This one has let's see, a calendar. I don't know if you guys remember, if you've been around with Doodlebug. They took this big house, like a, you get to open a day every day. I cannot remember the name of it right now, but it comes from 1 day to 24. And then you have everything here to put that together if you want to do that. And this is the other side of the paper. I actually have that right here. Oh my gosh. Let me get that. This is the one that I created with one of the older collections. So this is what I'm talking about. Let me know if you remember what this is called. See, you have the little boxes and you can put little treats. And I took it out already because I'm looking to fill it up again this year for Savannah so she can have some fun until Christmas Day. And I take it out every year, guys. Every year I take it out. So, and I put it right by my Christmas tree. So yeah, so this is the one that I made. And this would be perfect for this. Or if you want to add it to your mini album with like cute little 2x2s, you can do that. Okay, let's see. Let me come back. So this is one side, the green. And then the other side has this gorgeous Christmas trees. I will for sure. I don't know if you know, but my shop, Inner Creativity Shop, has acrylic embellishments. I will definitely be doing. Well, I'm already working on everything, but I want to cut out everything with matching this collection. It is so beautiful. I love how colorful it is. And I'm definitely loving this color here. Is that a periwinkle color? What is that? It's like a blue. I'm not sure. What would you call that color? And of course, I'm going to bring out some cookies. Oh, those are so cute. And then this is the other side of this paper. It's almost like the acetate. Actually, it's the same as acetate. It's just on paper. And this is borders, which is, oh, I just love this little train. Look how cute that little train is. And this is the other side of that paper. Just how beautiful. So this is A and B. And you know I love tags. So once again, I love this paper right here. But then I also love the other side. So I'm so happy that I got two. This is the part background with this poinsettias on the other side. And this one you get like 4x6, 3x4s, 4x4s. And you also get a strip of titles that can be added to your layouts or mini albums, whatever you want. So yeah, so that's the collection for the papers. That's what I've received. All right, so let's see what we're gonna. All right. I also received the shadow box insert kit. This one's really fun to play with. I always like, you can make cards with this if you don't want to create a shadow box. I have done layouts with this. I have embellished covers of mini albums. Let me see. I think I have something here I can show you. All right. Oops. I just dropped something. Like you see, like for this cover, it's a extra busy cover, but I love the way it turned out. If you're not the person that loves doing so much on a cover, I love the way it turned out. This is just a album that I did with for DoodleBug when we were using the albums. I still have not finished adding all the photos, but pretty much it's there. So yeah. So my adorable little princess. So yeah, I just wanted to show you the shadow box. So this is a way I use it. Okay, because it comes with that vellum paper. So I stitch it before adhering it here. And then of course that beautiful thing. Let me put this back because I'm grabbing things from all over my craft room now. All right, so what else? All right, so yeah, so those are just fun ways of using it. This is multi-purpose. You can use it for whatever you want. I also received the cards and envelopes assortment. I love using this on mini albums. I love using them on cards. I'm always using them on my mini albums mostly. And I love that they're always different colors to match the collection. And it just goes perfect for pages or pockets and stuff like that. I was also sent the bits and pieces, odds and ends, chit chats, and Doodlebug is very generous with everything that they have here. That just alone, this little piece right here has 203 pieces. Like, look at all of that. I can't even show you everything. Let me see. I think I have. Let me just use that little clear container. So this one has 203 pieces. And since I will be working on my project, might as well just take things out. I like to add it. Oh, look at the cute. Like, look how cute that is, guys. All right. Let's see here. And everything is just so beautiful. Like, I really recommend this collection. Looks, it's a toy factory. How cute. Oh my gosh. So playful. Like, look how beautiful that is. Oh, Santa's sleigh. And it says, Love Santa with the cute little elves. What else? Oh, he's on a motorcycle, like a little Vespa. Oh, look how cute these are. Yeah, everything is just super cute. And I will be creating multiple projects with this collection, so stay tuned. Even if it's just a flip through, if I don't have like full video. This one is the chit chat. I'm not gonna go through every single piece, but you can check out the whole collection online over at DoodleBug and of course scrapbook.com or a cherry on top. I'm really liking this color. I need to find a color that goes like that. Okay, it's most beautiful. It's most wonderful time of the year. You know, titles and may your days be merry and bright. Yeah, so there you go. And then the last one, which is, well, not the last thing I got, bits and pieces for oh, what fun, or what fun. You get all those cute little snowflakes, which are colorful, and then you get all these pieces here. There you go. I just love the colorful collection. May your days be merry and bright once again with the colorful trees. So, so pretty. This collection has really inspired me for my release for my shop. Like, I love coordinating colors of acrylics and stuff like that, confettis with Doodlebug or other, mostly Doodlebug or other collections, but mostly Doodlebug since I use it so much. This right here is the mini icons. These are, this is perfect for planners and calendars, but I use it usually for my little small embellishments. Like if I want to add little clusters to things like this, maybe not this one. Did I use it here? Like, yeah, like that. Little icons like this one have the little stickers, puffy. I wore from the chit chat. So yeah, I like to coordinate things like that. Yeah, so this little boogers, let's put them up. Yeah, so these are the 3 sheets that come in that mini icons. I love this little ear balloon. I love how colorful it is. I'm eating all that up. Look at that. It's like I need this collection like multiple times. Let's look at Santa. He's checking out the nice list. So pretty. All right. And then here I have the puffy icons and puffy words. So you get all these puffy words, which are also really cute for little icons, embellishments, and look at all these fun things. I love adding different, when I create a layout or a mini album, I love adding like the different textures, like the enamel dots and the stickers and the puffy icons. So when you feel something, it just looks multi-layer. Like once again, this example right here, like you see, I even use doodle pop and then just the foam, I mean puffy icons and just regular cardstock stickers. So they have like different layers. They're not so flat. Okay, let me put this back. I'm just grabbing from my little shelf. I have a shelf right next to my desk. It's not a shelf. Is it a shelf? Yeah, it has like 4 or 5 layers, and I just add all my projects to that. So that's where I'm grabbing everything from. Okay. All right. So what is new? Well, not so new, but new this year is the 6x8 paper pad. This is oh what fun. I didn't open this one. Let's open this one up. So everything on a smaller scale, which is so cute. Like if you want to create a little mini calendar, this is perfect for that. Look at that. So if you're creating a mini album, the 6x8 paper pad is perfect for that. Or if you're filling out those 6x8 albums that DoodleBug has. I love those mini albums, by the way. All right, and then we got, so get the assorted, solid assorted papers that match the collections, and we get a pack of them. So 12 papers come in here, every single color. Love that. And then now this one here is filled with this is the charming keychain. I got the Christmas tree. I'm not sure if you can see it through that. See? And here I got some sprinkles, like the stars, the lights. These are the, let's move this out of here. The goody gumdrops with some cookies and enamel dots. And these are some snowflakes. It's called Snow What Fun. I also received a couple little charms, which I love them for my mini albums. And I always send the doodle cuts. These are so fun to work with, guys. If you love making cards and stuff like that, I use the stamps a lot too. Sometimes you just don't see it on my projects, but I do use them. This is it looks like a little shaker tree. So cute. Yeah, you can definitely turn this one into a shaker if you really wanted to. It looks like you can turn it into a little shaker tree. These are some Christmas trees. This is the coordinating dies for the tag for all those little guys right here. So if you love coloring and cutting things out, that's perfect. And this is a Santa. It's beautiful. And this is the shakers, polymer shakers to match the collection. So this is like a peppermint, but they're different colors. And these are just like little drops of different colors also, since the collection is so colorful. And then ooh, I love these guys. Look at how cute these are. Like the little elves are so cute. I love the layers to them. Look at this one here. This one is called Santa on His Way. This one was called Playful Pizza. Oh, pizzas, they're so cute. Oh, this one is so cute also. Dear friends. I love that they added a little shaker to this cup. They have little hearts in there. Heartwarming. This one is called Santa Elves. So beautiful, guys. This one is called Merry and Bright. I love all the colorful polka dots on the trees. Hello Santa. So beautiful. And Jolly Gingers. So cute. All right, so that is the collection for now. So I'll be working on a and I already have some chipboard prep here. These are 4 1/4 by 6, 8 1/4 by 1 1/2, and 8 1/4 by 4 1/8. I already added some double-sided adhesive just to do some prep and to make the video a little bit faster, right, guys? Make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure that you check out the blog post. That's where I will have everything listed, but also the cutting guide should be listed down below if you are needing that. Okay. So I was going in between the red paper and this one. I love this paper and I would love to see my album from this cover. But this won't be enough to cover the whole chipboard because this is a large album. I know during the holiday time we take a lot of photos, and I wanted to ensure that we have space for the photos. And also I wanted to say thank you to, I cannot remember the name of the person who shouted me out on Instagram about them fitting over 40 photos on my this beautiful day mini album. They finally completed it. So if you have not checked out the YouTube video for that too, I have one here that I show you how to make this mini album, okay? And when they told me that they fitted over 40 photos in there, I was so happy. So thank you so much, Crafty Friend, for letting me know. Always reach out to me, guys. Send me messages. It makes my day, it makes me so happy to hear from you guys, to see what you did and the projects that you guys are completing, or just like, recreating, because I'm showing you guys what I'm doing, and I know sometimes we do recreate what other people make, and we just might shift it a little bit. We change it up a little bit, which it's completely fine with me. I still love to see what you all make. I really get inspired by everything you guys make. You guys are so talented. So there you go. So I'll just be removing the backing of this tape. And this is my favorite tool when I'm creating mini albums. I'll go ahead and also link that down below. This one is a cover guide tool by We Are Makers. And it's one of my favorite tools, to be honest with you, when we're creating mini albums. It leaves about 3/4 of an inch in the corners. All right, so, and then in the spacing here is 1/8 of an inch. I think that's the spacing that's leaving here. It's good, so it doesn't crease. And then I'll also go ahead and add some double-sided tape at the end, so the paper stays fine. Because when the paper crease and you have done all that work, that is not fun, right? All right, so let's put that down, and then I'm gonna go ahead and move it over and then add the other one. As you can see, this one is a little smaller. This one is 6 inches and this one is 4 1/8. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do, so I'm just going along. But I will show you guys the mini album at the beginning when I'm done, so you guys can see, because it's always fun to see what you're going to make before you start creating your mini album. All right. I'm not sure, guys, if you know that I am going to be in Conroe, Texas in February for Valentine's event. Um, I'll also go ahead and leave the link to that here in my video. This is an in-person class, so trust me, I get so excited to meet you all and to just be there, crafting live. I do get nervous, so I'm trying to work on that, working on my live encounter. Because it's a little easier when you're, on a computer, a class, you're just talking in your craft room by yourself, and then when you actually get to meet people. All right, so let's cut this real quick. I marked it off already with a blade. You guys are always asking where I got this blade from. This one is from We Are Makers, but I recently saw some at Hobby Lobby. I was at Hobby Lobby over the weekend, and I saw them a pack of three for like I would say like $6, and I use them all the time, so that's a good deal. And I have had this for like 2 years, and it's still going strong. All right, so this is what we're doing, right? So this measurement of this paper here is not going to cover your whole mini album. You're still gonna have a leftover piece here. So we're gonna look for a scrap, some type of paper that kind of coordinates with this background paper. So let's see what we're gonna do, okay? And I have, this is my favorite cutting board too. I recently changed my blade here. You can get that at Cherry on Top. And I just put a little sticker here so I know that this is the new blade because I do have more than one of this cutting board. So this paper is, I would say, just cut it at 10 inches. So 10 by 12. Okay, there you go, 10 by 12. And then I'm going to go ahead and go through the collection to see what papers I want to use. So 10 by 12. And then what do we want at the edge? I really love this Christmas tree paper. So where's that paper pad? Paper pad is 8 by 6. No, this is 10. I need something longer. All right. So I will go ahead and trim this at 10. Keep the little scraps. They're always great for little embellishment clusters like paper clips, or just even if you punch some circles out of it, your favorite shape, right? To recreate that. Okay, so before I trim this, I want to go ahead and add some double-sided tape across this cardstock just to ensure that it adheres properly and nothing lifts when I'm creasing the album, right? Yeah, so for that event in Conroe, Texas, I will be showing you how to make a cute mini album. I am thinking of prepping everything. So when we get there, we just complete everything. I don't know. I will see. Because I feel like you guys prefer to have everything prepped in live events. What do you think? Let me know here in the comments. All right. So let me go ahead and adhere that paper here. If you hear my daughter in the background, she's laughing. She's out there having fun. All right. So I will go ahead and add that paper here. And this paper is called all spruced up. It's so cute. It makes sense. You know, all the trees are nice decorated, so it looks nice. All right. Oh, I think I added the paper the wrong way, guys. You know, guys, I have edited my paper this way, and I always make my albums open this way. So let's give it a twist. Since it already adhere this way, let's make this album with that nice slim cover open this way. Instead of being right, is a left, right? If you want to go ahead and turn it the opposite way, go ahead and do that. That's why sometimes it's very important to see before you adhere where your albums are going. But I was kind of distracted talking to you guys. And I want to ensure that this is straight. For some reason, it's just like, right. So you're going to need a strip of all school stuff paper that is 10 by, get my ruler, 10 by 2. Or I would, yes, 2118. So 2118. And I'm only saying that because I like that nice border all around. Okay. So now I will go ahead and use my double-sided tape. Use a nice little shimmery washi cutter. And this is the type of washi cutters that I use to cut my double-sided tape because I love using this type of double-sided tape. So as you can see, I have many here. I have kitty. I have like in the color pink. I have all hearts. I have purple. I have a black one. Also one for fall. Like it just in all colors. And I have them in all colors in my Etsy shop also. So if you want one of those, you can head over to my Etsy shop. I always love the support. Thank you so much. It really helps us. Today I'm using the Shimmery Beauty right here. And I will just be adding double-sided tape to my cover here to the paper. I want to ensure that this adheres all around nicely. I want my album to look very professional done. And if you are a person that used liquid glue, go right ahead. I am going to be honest, I do not trust myself with liquid glue in this process right here. I just rather to use double-sided tape, and if I want to reinforce with liquid glue, I use the Barely All Glue, Precision Craft Glue by Barely Art. And a cherry on top recently started selling this too. So that's amazing. If you want to support a cherry on top, it's not like a commercial, right, guys? I'm just sharing everything that I love. That is all. All right. All right. And I'm going to be using this ankle cutter. This one is from also from We Are Memory Keepers, We Are Makers, to cut the corners, right? But before I go ahead and cut those corners, I will use my bone to press the tape down to ensure that it's adhering to the paper properly. And if you notice, I have not creased anything. And this, since I adhere the paper this way, it is going to be opening this way, which is something I have never done. So it forced me to try something new. So if you want it opening this way, which I didn't want to tear my paper since I only have one, ensure that this pattern paper is facing the opposite way. Okay, so this is up to you. You can have it facing this way or this way. My one is going to be facing this way, which is fun. All right. Let me know which way you went with. Okay, so for this angle rotary cutter, uh, you can switch the angle of it, or you can also open the blade. See, like close it so you don't get cut here, or open it. There you go. And I will be using my book cover guide tool to press that in the corner and cut that. Oh, so nice. I love it. I'm in love. Two of my favorite tools. And that cutting board tool that I showed you earlier. Everything that I'm showing you guys is something that I use a lot. This is a new addition, but I'm loving it. If you look at all my videos, I always use the book cover guide tool. I always use the same paper cutter. So I'm glad that I'm trying something new. It's good with the hand too. I think it's better than the blade, you know, like it just gives you an advantage to work better. Right, so I'm gonna go ahead and close this so it's the blade is covered. All right, so with this tool right here, I mean this one here, oops, I'll go ahead and remove all the tape backing. And this one here is from the mini tool kit, the essential kit that comes with all of these little tools right here. Comes with a mat that if you have something to cut, some little tweezers, also a blade. I'm gonna put the cover, some scissors right here like this. I love using the scissors. I also have them in purple, guys. I love them. Today is the day to show you what I love, I guess. And to keep everything together, I like to put them in a little container. So it's easier for me to grab, right? My favorite tools. And then the mat just on the outside. All right, there you go. I'm also gonna add my new favorite score tool in there. That one is, let me see here, is this one, Embossing and Stylus. I love using that for creasing my papers right now on my scoreboard. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and remove this. I will probably speed this part up because I'm not saying anything. Or maybe I'll just let you guys watch with music. I'm not sure. I'm not sure until I really know the full length of the video and what I want to keep in. Because I know some people are not a fan of long videos, but then I've heard the opposite. Like, I want to watch a long video. So we'll see. Oh, I just dropped my phone. There you go. So everything was removed. And to crease this paper right here, right now, I like to wedge it against my mat, my table. Just adding some pressure. Let's start with the sides first. And tuck those in to cover the chipboard, those little pieces. If you don't have a cover guide tool, it's about, I would say, 1/8 of an inch in the corner so your chipboard doesn't show when you crease them. Okay, so let Let me just go ahead and leave that. Press that down. My mat is making my paper dirty. So I like to clean my tools, guys. I just cleaned my mat too. So I don't know what's going on. I'm just grabbing a little eraser to erase the mess. All right. Press that down. All right. This is gorgeous right here. And then if you added the paper the right way, it should be facing this way. I'm flipping my one this way. Stripping me out because this is not the usual way I do things. But I wanted to film the process of this video and I have not done this album before. So we'll see what we finish with. All right, so now I'm gonna work on the matting here and also on the pages. I really like the trees. Maybe we can carry those over. And I don't mind it being patchy. I do want to add the tree paper here. And then maybe I can add something here. Maybe the leftover from this paper. So the strip of paper that you had. All right, so for this, I will go ahead and cut this at, let's do 8 and 1/8. So this paper is already, I would say 9 and 7/8 by 8 and 1/8, right? That's what I said. Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and trim this at 8 and 1/8. Yes, 8 and 1/8 will work. So it will be the scrap left over that you get from this after you have trimmed that away. And then with the scrap from this paper here, that scrap is going to be just a little bit over 2 or maybe 2 inches if you cut it by 10 and 8 by 1/8. Let's see here. Maybe I need to trim that because it's a little messed up right there. There you go. So out and in, it would be the opposite, just more paper of it. All right, so let me see if I can trim this. All right, let's move this cutting board to the side. And I will go ahead and add my double-sided tape now. Let's look for some thicker tape while I have it. Ah, scrap of tape. Let me go look to see if I have more, because oh, that's a big difference. I don't really want to be using this one for all this. I don't have any more, so skinny tape it is. I need to get more. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, I'm gonna cut this part out, so I'll see you guys soon. All right, guys. So I went ahead and added all this tape to this piece right here, and I will go ahead and adhere it. Okay. And then for this one, I'll just go ahead and add it straight to the album with liquid glue. So let's start peeling just the beginning of this. Just adding a little liquid glue to reinforce this part, especially in the beginning. You don't want it to be lifting. Ensure that your paper is facing the right way so you don't make any boo-boos, any mistakes. Let me get up and look over to see that everything is okay. All right. There you go. I hear that. Now I'm removing all the backing, making a mess on my floor, guys. Then I sweep after. Do you have a trash can next to you when you're crafting? I have a trash bag by the door. But usually when I'm crafting, I don't want to gather everything or have everything in my way on my desk. So what I do, I just start throwing things on the floor. And then I get my broom. I have a broom that is just for my craft room. And I sweep. I pick everything up at the end. Or I do it throughout the crafting section, I guess. All right. Let's see here. Just press that down. Use your hands or use your tools. Sometimes I use this little Cricut roller, the one that you use to press down your things on your mat. I just use my tools, whatever I have. And then now with this piece right here, I will adhere it to this corner right here. Let's just use some of the liquid glue. I love this glue, guys. It works great. So are you guys working on any holiday album? I am working on releasing a kit of a mini album. I will be working on that this weekend, getting that together. Can't wait to show you guys. So you guys, if you want to come back and see a mini album, I'll offer the video for free and then have the kit available so you guys can, just in case if you guys have the collection at home and don't have anything to purchase the album, you can still recreate it with whatever you have at home. But if you want to support me with that too, I would love it. Of course, there is going to be only a few kits available, not a lot. There you go. So that's it. So now it's like this. All right. So I love the way this is looking. My daughter likes to sing, guys. I don't know if you can hear her singing. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and start creasing this. And with this one, I'll go ahead and use the larger little roller ball. And just crease gently. Don't go in too hard. You don't want that paper to tear. You want it to crease nicely. Do the same thing to the opposite side. Press gently. And that is your mini album now. Well, your cover. Your mini album is not done. All right. So let me go think about how I want to cut these pages for inside and how I want to adhere them and what is the closure going to be this. And I will be right back. All right, guys. So we are back. And I prepped two pages here. These are just regular white cardstock that are going to go in here like this. So let me go ahead and give you the measurements for those. For the first one, it is 11 1/4 in length. So 11 1/4. On that length, you are going to score at 5 and 5.5. And the width is 8 1/8. So 8 1/8 by 11 1/4. Once again, you will score at 5 and 5.5. And then the second page is 12 inches. You will score at 5 3/4 and 6 1/4. And it is the same width, which is 8 1/8. Okay. So if your album is opening up like this, I did create this page so it looks like layers, like uh not layers, like a cascading effect. So this is your chipboard cover, then your page, and another page. You can add some fun trim to it if you want to, or something fun like or maybe like a sticker like this, like a border sticker with the scallop. That would be cute. Being at here, right here. Just make it fun. If you have some trim with like pom-pom trims that can go here, just you know, add it the way you want it. All right. So it would look something like this. I will go ahead and add here those pages in between here. The spines are 1/2 inch, so you can add a lot of stuff in here. So let's get started, and I will let you know if I add another page in here somewhere. White cardstock. This is 110-pound cardstocks, very heavyweight. And I am thinking of embellishing the pages first before I add it to the album. I have never done that before, but I have seen that done before, and I really like that. It makes it easier. Plus, if you want to add extra little flip pages here and there, you can also do that. This now, let's just put this thing right here so you can hear me better. Let's go ahead and mat the pages, okay? So these are my pages that are going inside my album, and I will be using the 6x8 paper pad for oh what fun collection. Okay, I was already picking through them, so I'll go ahead and use this. If you like this side, save it for smaller embellishments, of course, but the paper pad does come with two, so I don't mind using one, and it's the perfect size. Like if you see here in the length of the paper, because this is the length, and the width we just have to trim a little and we should be good. Okay, so let's trim this paper at 5.5. This would be for our second page, not the first one. That is a little, not this one. Okay, this one here is the same, back and front. This one has a shorter one. So let's do 5.5. I'm gonna strip this strip because those little strips can be cut to be matted to here. You see, those are perfect little scraps. I just need to trim like a little hair line, like something a little small so they can fit in here perfectly. So I'll go ahead and keep that because that will work. So that is will be 5.5 by I think 8, of course, 8 because the paper pad is 8 inches. And it should be like this. You see? It's beautiful. So I'll go ahead and pick let me just use some paper clips. We have one. And I'm looking at the first paper here, and I really want to know what I want to be showing. So think about that. What paper do you want showing here? You know, like when you open that album, do you want a solid cardstock? Do you want something that has pattern? Something that's gonna stand out? That's where you get to have some fun with the pattern paper and just look around to see what you like. So that's 5.5 by 8. Like, look how beautiful this is. I really love this. Tis the season to be jolly, but it's a little fireplace. You see that cute little elf there. I'm calling them elves, but they might be named something else. I'm always giving the wrong name to things. Oh gosh. And maybe I want that for the back cover, you know? You see the back cover of the album? Oh, it's so cute. I love that. I actually really like that. But I do want to trim off the edge a little bit so that blue can pop through. At least in the width, not the length. Just a little bit, you see? But I really like that. We'll see if I use that there. All right. Let's pick more papers. Let's trim this one to 5.5 also. Because I'm not liking keeping those strips, remember? There you go. And I will also be adding some flip pages to this to make it super fun and interactive. And you'll see how it comes together. This is just the beginning of it. Keep that little strip, you never know. You see here, I'm fighting because I really like both sides. I like the little Santa, but I also love the polka dot side, so we'll see. When it comes to, I'm just cutting right now. Isn't this paper so beautiful? I just cannot get over how pretty it is. That's the reason why I used it in my cover. I just really like it. So this right here is 5 inches. I want to cut this white cardstock at 5.5. Five and a half. And we are going to create some cute little interactive pages to add some photos. score at 1/2 inch on the longest side. So those can be like this when they open up. So it'd be like, bam, a flip. Or maybe it can be in the back and not in the front. So we can have a flip page right here. Yeah, I'm gonna save this too because I will be adding them somewhere. So these are 6.5 by 6. On this 6.5 side, I will score at 1/2 inch. Six and a half by 6. I trimmed 2. I like to score them both sides with this stylus pen. Let's see something here. I think I'm gonna have to trim this a bit. Yeah. Ooh. All right, so this is going to be 6.25 by 6 inches, and at 5 3/4 you will score, okay, to have a 1/2 inch. Alright. So now I have these ones, which are once again 5.5 by I would say a line over 3/4, but if you want to leave it at 3 3/4 is fine. And you score at 5 inches. Okay, I have 2 of those. Okay, let's continue with the matting papers. If you notice, I have not adhered anything because I'm still creating the inside of it. So this paper is trimmed at 4 3/4, and of course the 8 inches. Let's put a paper clip, a large paper clip, 4 3/4. Okay, perfect. And this paper here, it's going to be the same as the back ones, which is 5.5 by 8. I'm just trying to see which one I will add. I want to repeat a pattern from outside in the album, which is the trees. Keeping the little strips like I was doing from earlier. Alright, so we have the trees and the paper. I'm not sure. I think I want to do this on the outside, this one on the inside. All right, so we have all the mattings. But now, since I want to add some flip pages, let's see how we add them so we can mat them before we add the pattern paper, right? So I want to add this picture holders with also with magnets. I just got some new magnets and I want to try them out just before I try for my class. These are a little larger. They're 12 by 1, and I want to see how they work. Let's see. I got them on Amazon. So they're like this. See? They're pretty thin, which is great. So I will be trying these ones. And if I like them, I will definitely recommend them. So let me add some double-sided tape to all these little flaps to be ready to start adhering and making it interactive, making it fun. So I will be adding some double-sided tape. And then also some liquid glue, the Burley Arts glue, just to reinforce those pages because those tend to get pretty heavy with all the embellishments and the photos and all the little things that we add to them. Let me see, I'm trying to clear my mess up because I feel like sometimes in the videos I can get a little clutter with the mess, and then some people don't like that. I have gotten some pretty awesome messages. So I'm just trying to keep my space a little clean. But when you craft, I don't know about you, but when I craft, my area gets pretty messy. And then when I'm done, I clean up after myself. So I clean up after myself every time I start a new project, or even before, because this is where I also get my packages ready for my shop. So I have to have the space. I have to keep my space clean and open to pack my orders, create my projects. Oh, where's my tool? Can't find my tool. All right, let's just use the washi to press that tape down. There you go. There you go. All right, let's do this. Let's put this one over here. I'm gonna bring this one to the side here and then remove this paper clip from here just for a minute. All right. Since my album is facing this way, I'll go ahead and add one here. Let's remove that tape. My little dandy tool. And let's add some liquid glue, my favorite glue. And then if you have like a little silicone spatula, you can use it. I don't know where my one is, so I'll just use my finger and wipe it off on my clothes. Right, and ensure that this is straight. It's up to you where you put it. You can add it at the bottom, at the top, in the middle. That is your option to make your album yours, you know, make it unique. I'm not measuring to where I'm adding, of course, right now, but of course, I will let you know where I will add it. So that would be, I say, like around 2 1/4. See, 2 1/4 from the top. Yeah, so that's how it goes. But you add it wherever you want. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. I found my little press tool here. Just go ahead and press that down. And then since this is a page, and I'm gonna have to cut this just a bit because I want to ensure that it opens properly and closes properly. So this is 5, right? 3/4. There you go. So that looks nicer to me. I don't know about you, but I just want to ensure that my album closes properly. So now the length of this is 5 1/4. That's the reason why I like to go over things. 5 1/4, score at 4 3/4. And let's do the same opposite to the other side, right? Where's the little dandy tool here? I remove that. And let's ensure that they're about the same or the same. So it's mirroring each other, right? And the good thing is the spine is pretty thick, so that doesn't get in the way of adding this extra little page inside, just to make it a little interactive. Because here you can add a 3x4 photo, or 2x2 photos, and add a bunch of embellishments, right? Like 2x2s, add embellishments, or a 4x3 and add a title still. So that is up to you. All right. And then to ensure that they stay and remain closed and nice and flat, I will be adding magnets. If you don't have magnets, it's okay. You can do that next time. Okay. So they're facing each other. And I just want to go ahead and add the magnet like somewhere in here. Press that down. Oh boy. Okay, so do one at a time. You want to ensure that that double-sided tape is adhering to the paper. I'm trying to press that down. This magnet is strong, guys. So that's I recommend. I'm trying to ensure that they're lining up with each other. There you go. Oh God. And I'm just adding double-sided tape here. And when it comes to matting that pattern paper, this will have the adhesive so it won't move. See, like this. I like the snap of that. All right. And that's about the same space where the other one was. Let's see if we can only use one magnet on this side. All right, so on this side, I think I'm gonna only use one matting. It seems like there's pretty strong, but after adding the paper, I will probably mat my paper here first just to see if it loses that strength. But it seems pretty strong. like it's really snapping close. So I might not need to add a second magnet here. Okay, here. Okay, now let's start matting these papers now. There you go. I'm gonna go ahead and use some double-sided, not double-sided, liquid glue, guys, liquid glue. The brain doesn't brain after a certain hour at nighttime. And it's pretty late already, and I worked all day today, so I'm exhausted. All right, there you go. Let's add the other one on this side too. Try to add the liquid glue all over the paper. All right, that's looking really, really nice. Maybe we can switch around since the pattern doesn't really matter here. Before we add it, let's look to see how it looks. All right, I'm gonna stick with this paper here. I like the way that looks more than this one here. But if you like the snowflakes background, although it looks really nice, right guys? I really like that too. But I'm a crazy color person, so let's go with the crazy colors. With all the little stripes. That is pretty. All right, let's do that. All right, so the next paper. Let's see here. Red. Let's do red. Oh, maybe not the red, right? Green. Green is nice too, guys. Red or green? I'm liking the green more. Oh, no, it breaks my heart. I like the trees. Okay, so I'm okay with using the green side here because I also have the trees here. So you see, that's the reason why I always want to have like 3 pattern papers, because you use 2 sides and then you have one extra one just to ensure that you can recreate another project with your favorite pattern paper after you created those two projects. Oof, the battles. There you go. And I love that it's leaving that a nice trim around border, not trim, border around. All right. Let's create a flip page on here. And this is going to be on the, so this is the first page. So on the first page, you have one here and one here. Then you have this one here. And then on here, you're gonna add this one. Okay, but let's trim a little off this because I feel like it won't close, it won't close properly. 5.5. Let's do 5.5. So it is going to be again 6 inches by 6. Score at 5.5. There you go. That's the new measurement. Just get the measurement list, guys, because when you follow me along, I change a lot of little things that are not originally, like I see one thing, but then I change my mind because I'm working on the album live. It might not be live to you, but for me, it's live. I'm just using some liquid glue to reinforce that because those pages, like I said, are going to be holding a lot. All right, there you go. Press that down, ensure that it is at the edge. Let's add a magnet too. Oh God. Let's add more magnets to keep the pages closed. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Press that down and add the other magnet. Ooh, that's pulling away. So let's turn that around. There you go. Close that. There you go. All right. All right. Let's ensure that this is closing. Okay, so this is the front, side. There you go. No, make sure that the pattern paper is facing the proper way. because we don't want to make those mistakes once again, right? Let's add the red pattern paper here. Liquid glue all over. Ensure that you're getting those little edges so they don't lift. Are you guys traveling for the holidays? I mean, probably driving, right? The airport is a mess right now. There you go. Let's put that down. Uh-oh. Putting that down. Remember that it leaves a nice border all around. All right. Oh, that looks really fun. So first page, second page, third page. I'm not adding anything, or maybe I can. But it's too late now. Flip page, but it's okay. All right, and here, since it's on the red, let's go ahead and adhere the Santa. Okay, that's the next page. Let me add. Uh, do you think we should mirror this flip pages right here? So it could be Santa, and then it could also be flip pages like across from each other. That would be fun, right? That should be fun. Let's definitely do that. But let me trim this real quick. And then just in case, if you are wondering how far away down is this, the first is 1 1/4. So yeah, 1 1/4 down. Whew. Yeah, let's mirror. When you add them to the album, it should be like this. Yeah. Make sure you're always looking at the way your pattern paper is going, the way your pages are flipping open. Pay attention to that so you don't make mistakes like I did in the cover. But I don't think the cover is a mistake anymore. I'm actually liking flipping the page opening that way because I'm always doing it the other way. With a pencil, I'm gonna just go ahead and mark it right here with a line. This line is not gonna show because I will be matting that paper. Okay. Uh-oh. All right, so I'm adding that right there. Let's add, oh, before we add Santa Claus, magnets. Close that. Okay, press that down. There you go. No, you Santa Claus. Beautiful. Inside, I really want to use this paper. I don't really care that it's light bulbs and little cookie monsters here, but not monsters. I call them cookie monsters, guys. So I need to drink some water. All right, so I think that is it for the flip pages, but let me just double check before I let you know. Oh, oh, okay, we can turn it. And then now this. Okay, so, oh, I wanted to, it's okay. I'm tired. All right, so now we open like this, and this is the middle pages. I want to add something here. Maybe not. That's enough, right? Let's see. Let's see when we get embellishing. Maybe you can use the envelopes or the cards and envelopes from this collection to do that. So let's start matting the pages and then we can embellish, right? All right, so this is it right here like this. Look at that. That looks nice. Adding some double-sided tape because these pages are heavy, especially because I already matted them. And this is 110-pound cardstock, white cardstock. So um, it's gonna need a lot of adhesive. I'm gonna use my board to just make sure that they're straight. Okay, so this is gonna be first. This is the back one. And after I remove the backing from the tape, let's add some glue. Let's press that down. Okay. And press that down. Remove the backing from the tape. Put that here. And I want to give it a little space. Okay, let's bring that down. If I'm out of the camera frame, guys, I'm sorry. but I really need to see that my pages are straight. I will show you when I'm done. All right, here you go. All right, so this is looking nice, guys. So the pages are on the album. Woohoo! Okay, and as you can see here, I left a little border between the cover and the chipboard. So I would say it's around 1/8 of an inch. Okay, here in the middle, I also left a little spacing. And the reason why I did that, because when I add embellishments to all of this, it's gonna get nice and chunky here in the front. And I don't want them to be forced closed. And they have magnets, which is okay. So this right here is about 1/4 of an inch. And then the back, for the back cover, and this page is also 1/8 of an inch. There you go. So it is like this now. It looks nice. You see? So the pages look something like this. So 1/8, 1/4 of an inch, 1/8. There's space in between all of them just in case if you don't want to add those bulky embellishments, you have space to play around. And then with the little strips that you saved from earlier from cutting this to 5.5, you can trim them to add them in the middle so you can cover the white pattern paper. So I'm gonna go ahead and embellish now, and this is this album for now, guys. I think I'm done. I also want to add some, maybe a pocket. Let me think about it. All right, guys, so we are back with the album completed. We did not embellish together, but I did show you how to put the base and the pages and what I did. Okay, so let me explain how I embellished this album. Here, starting on the cover page, I added some of the puffy, let me see here. The puffy icons, not the icons. Yes, the puffy icons with this candy little swirly things. This part right here is from the bits and pieces. I love that it says "You're sweet" and it has like a ribbon with a little cookie and candy coming out. And this piece has a magnet. This was thought out afterwards. I didn't think that this was the type of closure I was going to do with this, but since I had a little strip of paper, I added that here. If you want something thicker, you can do that. For me, I like the way that looks. You know, remember that you can embellish the album the way you want. For this part right here, that is the closure. It's just a strip of paper that is measuring 2 1/4 and is roughly, I would say it's roughly 6 inches because it's at here to here. So it's 6 by 2 1/4. Okay. And I added a magnet for the closure to keep it closed. I added a border from this cardstock sticker sheet. And then when you go in here, I have added one of the packet, the envelopes and the piece, the card piece from the cards and envelopes. And I did not embellish this one here because you can add 2 by 2 photos. You can add 3 by 4s photos. You can add one here, and here, and here, and here, and then embellish. And then if you want to add some type of closure here, like a little Velcro closure, you can do that. I couldn't find my Velcro closures. I don't know where they are. I have not been able to find them since it's been a while. Okay, so you guys saw how I added this magnet. So I just matted all this, leaving a border all around. I embellished using the puffy icons, the ephemera pieces like odds and ends, and I just add everything on top of like foam adhesive because I like the layers. I love that look that it shows like it's popping off like that, you see? And here I added two mattings. So if you have a 3x4 photo, it will fit in here nicely, still leaving that white border all around. And here I added two snowflakes because of the snowflakes right here. On the second page, I just mirror what I did. I did the same thing, the photo mats here. So you can add a photo here also. I added two little puffy icons. The little train here is also puffy icons, but they're on foam adhesive, so you can go ahead and tuck your photo in here. It's no problem. Okay. Okay, let's close that. And I repeated the same embellishments that I did over here. Well, a different cluster. And it says holiday wishes. And this one, oh gosh, I just realized that holiday wishes and happy holidays. It's okay. Just ensure that you change the greetings. Okay. Here I added more mattings. This is also the 3x4 photos. The white mattings are about 4.5. And then you can see here that is lifted here. So you can definitely tuck your photo in. See, like this. If you add your photo, none of this interferes because everything is on foam adhesive. So everything can just slide in. And I love that. Enamel dots, a little Santa with his little friend there. Here, this page right here, it's really fun because here I added one of the cards from the cards and envelopes. So you can see, so you can add a photo here. You can add a photo here, here. And this is on foam adhesive, so it doesn't get in the way. And you can just use that as a closure. And when you open this up, you can add a photo here and a large photo here. This matting is 5x7. This one I didn't want to mat because you can add your photo directly onto it, embellish, and it has oh Christmas tree. So maybe you can add a photo of your Christmas tree or everyone by the Christmas tree. Just make it fun. And then right here, so here comes Santa. And then inside here, a photo, of course, is also lifted. So this won't get in the way of you adding your photo. You can add a photo here. And on this page, I added 6 2.5 by 2.5 squares. So you can add 2x2 photos. I think these are 2.5 by 2.5, right? Yes, they're 2.5 by 2.5. And you can add 2x2 photos and it will leave a nice little border all around. And after you add your photos, you can add little stickers and phrases and icons, anything that you want. For this one here, I put Merry Christmas. You can fit a larger photo here, embellish the corners if you want. Here, I had a lot of fun with that cut apart from the 6x8 paper pad. I used most of this, guys. This paper pad was mostly for matting all the pages. As you can see, this is all I had left over. So it's 1, 2, 2. Well, I said 2 twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So only 5 pages were left from this album. Pretty much everything else got used. So if you want to create this paper, this mini album, you need about, I would say, three 12 by 12 pages. That's to just to build the pages and margins. And then to oh, anyways, what was I? Yes, so this tags the yes, so the 6 by 6 paper, it's a must. And here I just created little clusters after fussy cutting all those tags. I just created a little cluster. I just thought that this was so cute, of embellishments, different texture like cardstock. Some of them are layered with foam adhesive, puffy icons. Some of the phrases like deck the halls, Santa on the car. And then, yes, so cute. And I added those little strips that were left over after cutting the 5.5 pages. I added them. I just had to trim them a little so they would fit better, so the pages would open and close properly. And here you can add more 3 by 4 photos, and I love that I added a border here. May your days be merry and bright, with those colorful trees. And this is another pocket and envelope card from the cards and envelope thing. Okay, and you can go ahead and embellish this if you want to. I left it plain. I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing here, but yeah, so this is my album so far. You can add photos inside this pocket, outside the pocket. 1, 2, you can 3, 4, and then 5, and then all this, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and you also have this for photos. So you can add easily, if you really want to, over 20 photos, because I didn't count this little 6 right here. And the photos are all sizes, so you can have fun with that. All right, so let me know what you think about it, and leave it in the comments below. If you have any questions, ensure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and leave a comment in the blog post and also here on my YouTube channel, letting me know how much you love this mini album. If you want to see other projects using the Oh What Fun collection by DoodleBug. And yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. I love you all. Bye.